Good morning, Miami. Welcome to the Connect Show, South Florida, where we bring you some of the most inspiring women to help elevate your brand and lifestyle. Unfortunately, my co host Stitches is out today. We miss her so much. She's in New York City. But don't fret, we have the lovely and successful estate attorney and co founder of Flourish Law Group, Lauren Klein, back as a co host today. So, welcome to the show, Lauren.
Thank you, Sandy. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, it's so great to have you. I want to dive right in and ask you, what have you been up to since you were last here?
Oh my gosh. So the firm is growing. We hired a new team member, which is so exciting. We have some really cool events coming up and we'll be shouting out one of those today in the show. And also just on a personal note, we're booking some travel. We have our little one just turned 1, so we're booking Denmark and Disney World. So we're excited.
Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. We try and go also this time of year. Well, in South Florida, once it gets a little cooler, it's just the perfect time to go.
I know, and it's food and wine, so we're excited for that too.
Oh, that'll be amazing. I love it.
Yes.
Well, I want to get into it. I want to talk about estate planning. So, can you give us a few quick tips?
Absolutely. So a couple quick tips. Number one, we're going to talk a little bit about this today, the common misconceptions. But one of the biggest tips is you are really never too young to start planning as long as you're an adult. So as soon as you're an adult, it is so important to start thinking about making sure that you have documents in place. If something happens to you, protecting yourself, so important. That's one of the biggest tips. And then honestly, another big tip is, and at Flourish Law Group, we're really big on this, taking the fear out of talking about estate planning and making it just a normal part of life. Like we talk about money. And I think as a society, we're getting more comfortable talking about money. And I think going hand in hand with that is talking about estate planning.
Hold on. I have someone that wants to say hi real quick. Come here, Jordy. Come here. Can you say hi to everybody this morning? Look, this is my little one who loves Disney. Say good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay. So, Lauren, can you share with us, why is it so scary in your opinion?
Sandy, I mean, I think it's because, when you're talking about estate planning, you're talking about something potentially happening to you. Either you're passing away or you're becoming incapacitated. Those things are inherently scary, but they're also very empowering when you make decisions proactively for your family, for your business, for your assets. I always tell clients, you will feel so good and so empowered when you finish the process.
Yeah. So, I mean, these are really big and important decisions. So, how do we find the right estate planner and what do we want to look for?
It's really important to work with an attorney who focuses specifically on estate planning. You don't want to go to someone who's like, I do wills and trusts, but I also do DUIs and I also do, contracts. You want someone who really focuses in on this area because it can be very complicated. There can be a lot of pitfalls. So going to the right experienced estate planning attorney can help them pinpoint what you need to be focusing on, ask you the right questions, and that way you can feel confident that you're going to someone who really knows what they're talking about. When you're talking about your kids, your assets, the most important things in your life.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit more about what goes into the planning? Like maybe what goes into the planning process, and do you need millions, or how can this help everybody?
Number one, you do not need millions. If you're 18 and over, you need something. Everyone needs something in place, whether it's just a power of attorney, naming someone to make financial decisions on your behalf, or naming someone to make healthcare decisions on your behalf. It's so important. Then as you grow, as you obtain assets, as you get married, as you buy a home, as you had kids, then your estate planning gets a little more, not complicated, but more in depth. You start thinking about who would be the guardian for my children if something happened to me, who would inherit my home, who's going to get my business when something happens, do I need a buy-sell agreement? So as life evolves, you want to evolve with your estate planning attorney, and they can really guide you in the right direction as to what you need. And it really should be an ongoing relationship, not a one and done kind of thing.
Yeah. So I know that we have a lot of women in business that tune into the show. So I want to talk about that for a moment in terms of, what about business owners? Is it that how does the process look if maybe they pass down the business? What about the company accounts? Is the process different for entrepreneurs? Can you speak a little bit to that?
Absolutely. So it really is even more important when you have a woman in business to get the estate planning in place, making sure that those assets that we're working so hard for are protected. So not only making sure you have guardians named for your minor children, but making sure that your business is not going to go through probate. It's not going to the assets aren't going to be frozen and have to go before a judge. Or thinking about things like putting that business in a trust so you can protect those assets for your children from taxes and creditors and other ways that are really great to build generational wealth for our children who we hope to pass these amazing businesses down to. And then also just making sure, like I said earlier, a buy-sell agreement. If you pass away and your business goes to someone who maybe isn't the perfect fit for running your business, you want to make sure you avoid things like that. So it's really just proactive planning and making sure that you're thinking about these things, even if they're a little scary to think about.
Yeah. And I think that this is great that you're shedding light on this, because although we don't want to think about it, it's better to have a plan in place than not have one at all. So I love that we're talking about this. And final question for you: how can choosing the right estate attorney help women elevate? And how do we work with you and your firm? Because you are so knowledgeable in this, and we just want to know how we work with you.
Oh, absolutely. So we work in Florida only. So we are Florida licensed attorneys, myself and my partner, Kristen Landon. You can always go to our website, flourishlawgroup.com, and you can book an appointment with us. You can follow us on Instagram. I'm lawyer Lauren Klein, or you can follow Flourish Law Group. And we're also active on LinkedIn as well. And I think it's just so important, whether you work with us or with someone else, to sit down and just have that conversation with an estate planning attorney, get the conversation rolling. And that way you can start to think about how you protect your family. Our tagline is exceptional estate planning to help your family flourish at all stages of life. And the reason we have that tagline is it's true. As you grow, your estate planner will grow with you too. And you don't need millions. You really, really don't. Yes, if you have millions, it's important. But honestly, as soon as you become an adult, but as soon as you really start getting assets and have children, avoiding probate and making sure a judge doesn't get to decide who takes custody of your kids if something happens is, as a parent, I mean, that's the biggest thing I can think of, honestly. Besides
Absolutely.
making sure, all the other things like they're eating healthy and sleeping enough.
So many things to think about. But that's why we're coming to you. This is so good. Thank you so much. And you're going to be with us all half hour. I'm so excited. So don't move anywhere, Miami. When we come back, we will be joined by your tax coach, Barbara Sheehans, here to coach us on some tax tips that could save you big time. It's all about your money today, Miami. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Jess DeFeo, and I am a social media coach for women entrepreneurs who know they are on a mission to change the world with their business, but are struggling with how to market themselves authentically to their ideal client on social media. I can help you go from overwhelmed and confused on what to post to creating effective and impactful content that converts your followers into customers. Head to my website to grab your free course, Instagram 101 for Business, and learn the strategies I use to grow my business in just 6 months.
And I would love to invite you to an incredible event with Flourish Law Group in Wow Moms World Coral Springs. It's called Mom's Night Out, Protecting Your Legacy Through Estate Planning. It's Thursday, October 19th at 7 p.m. at Wow Moms World Coral Springs. We cannot wait to have an amazing evening with you. We're gonna have wine, we're gonna have snacks,
And we're going to be talking about protecting your family, protecting your children, creating generational wealth, all the things. We cannot wait to see you there. Head over to my Instagram page, Lawyer Lauren Klein, to sign up, get your tickets. Cannot wait to see you there.
Welcome back to the Connect Show Miami. We are so happy that you decided to start your day with us. I'm sitting here with my co-host for the day, estate attorney Lauren Klein.
Yes, and if you missed it earlier, I was sharing some super helpful tips about estate planning and just educating about a lot of the common misconceptions on it. If you want more information or you want to follow me, you can head over to my Instagram page at Lawyer Lauren Klein and flourishlawgroup.com, all about estate planning.
Amazing. And as always, the Connect Network has got you covered and the elevation continues. Joining us now is tax strategist, podcaster, and CEO of Your Tax Coach, Barbara Shrehans. Hey, Barbara, how you doing?
Hello. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, we're so glad that you're here. So as a tax strategist, what services do you offer aside from tax preparation?
Yeah, really, we love saving business owners money in taxes. That is like our jam. It's what we love to do, as well as bookkeeping, because you have to have a clean set of books in order to help us strategize and save you money on taxes as well. But really, all things related to tax, we are here.
I love to hear it. And can you give us the top 3 deductions that women business owners do not want to miss out on this tax season?
Ooh, I love talking about the top 3 deductions. So especially for female entrepreneurs, don't forget that a lot of us are on social media these days, and we're probably shooting a lot of content and doing a lot of videos and photo shoots. So don't forget to write off the expenses related to that. So whether you're getting your hair done, makeup done, maybe you need a spray tan because you're wearing something that shows your legs in the photo shoots, or you have to have certain props in your photo shoot. So a cute mug or hat or something like that. So don't forget all the fun photo shoot expenses. I love those. Also, travel. I feel like all of our female entrepreneurs love to travel. And so figuring out a way to write off all of your travel expenses is key. So for example, if you're traveling within the United States, as long as over half of the days are related to business, then you can write off the whole trip. Even if like you're in beautiful Miami and you relax on the beach, you could still make that into a business trip. And then, of course, meals expenses are also really fun to take as a business owner because, we're always going out to a brunch with our girlfriends or going out to coffee. And if who we're going to brunch or coffee with could be a potential client of ours, then that can be a business expense. So whether it's meeting with prospects or networking, you can typically get most of your eating out expenses part of your business expenses.
I love it. I am definitely taking notes over here. So let's talk about this. A lot of people do their own taxes. Why is it important to invest in a professional?
I think it's, partly some of the expenses I just talked about. A lot of people, if they don't have their tax degree or haven't studied taxes for a long time, they don't know the exact deductions that you're able to take. And so really, having a tax strategist will really dig into how you're spending your money, what can or can't be a business expense, and you'll end up saving money, right? Even though you have to pay a professional a little bit of money to prepare your taxes, in the end, you're going to end up saving a ton because taxes can be the biggest expense in your life.
So Barbara, I'm sure we're all wondering, we have so many female entrepreneurs and just entrepreneurs that watch our show. So how much can you potentially help your clients save on average? And what are some of the no-brainers many women overlook? I know you mentioned a few like travel and the coffee and the props, but maybe you can sprinkle in some extra goodies for us.
Yeah, for sure. Our strategy clients save on average over $40,000 a year in taxes. And so there are huge savings to be had. And for example, like just knowing what entity structure to be for taxes, I'm sure, Lauren, you're an attorney, you know all of these things, but just deciding the best entity structure to be for not just the type of business you're transacting, but for tax purposes, you can save a ton. So a lot of female entrepreneurs they go out and they get their LLC, which is great for protection and liability reasons. But at some point, most businesses should be an S corporation, which means it's a tax election. You're still an LLC for liability, but just electing that on your tax return can save you over $22,000 a year on your taxes. And that's just for one partner. If you're in business with a spouse or a girlfriend, they will also save another $22,000. So there are so many little tips and tricks.
Barbara, I want to ask you a quick question because we had my little one run in here. And can you talk for a second about employing your children?
Yes, my favorite topic. It's probably my most watched TikTok. I think we have like 20 million views on it. But your business can pay your kiddo in 2023 up to $13,850 per year, which means your business would have a big wage expense of the $13,850, which lowers your profit, which means you pay less in taxes. And then your kiddo is going to get the $13,850. And then you can take those wages and maybe pay for their schooling or daycare, depending on how old they are. But, they're also going to need food and toys and clothes and all of those fun expenses. I also love taking $6,500 of that and putting it into a Roth IRA. So since they're now a W-2 employee, you can max out their Roth every year. And if you just did that for 5 years, so you're putting $30,000 in, $6,000 a year for 5 years, your child would have over $2 million in retirement just from you putting in $30,000. So it's such a cool strategy. Now you have to make sure that they actually are working in your business and have some type of job. But for most of us, again, these days we're on social media. So maybe we can pay them for photo shoots, video shoots, and to be modeled on our social media. So that's a good way to, figure out a job for them while they're little.
So I get my little ones in my photos, and then I also getting them taking my content for me. So I've got them working both cameras.
That's great.
Thank you so much, Barbara. Please share your social media handle and website with us, because I know that our viewers are going to be checking out your content, your videos, and they're going to be ready to save some more money and follow you.
We love hanging out on Instagram at Your Tax Coach. Our TikTok is your.tax.coach, and our website is yourtaxcoach.com. And you can message me anywhere, and I love to respond to people's DMs and tax questions.
Thank you so much for being here with us in Miami, Barbara. It was such a pleasure having you with us. We have shown you how to elevate your estate planning, taxes, and when we come back, our next guest will introduce us to a system that will help elevate your business. Stay tuned.
If you are ready to keep your hair, scalp, skin, and lips hydrated this season, our vegan and gluten-free all-purpose moisturizers are just for you. Carefully formulated with fine ingredients to purify and nourish the skin and scalp at the same time without harsh chemicals. Shop It's Made For Me today. The end result will be strong, healthy hair and smoother, softer, clearer skin.
% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. It is sad. And one of the number one reasons is because of the lack of capital. Hi winners, my name is Terry Kauser and I'm a credit expert, and I specialize in helping entrepreneurs and investors leverage their personal and business credit to get $100,000 and more in funding super fast. I can't wait to share with you on The Connect Show.
to the Connect Network TV. I'm your host, Sandy Glant, here with lawyer Lauren. She's filling in for Stitches. We had such an amazing show today. Am I right, Lauren?
So much fun. I could talk about taxes all day long.
Fun isn't over yet. Right now, we have the lovely Miss London with some entertainment news. Hey, London.
Hello, beautiful ladies. How's it going?
Amazing.
So good. Better that you're here.
First of all, I'm fresh off of my weekend at the Lincoln Theater. So, yes, girl is exhausted. Back to that hot tea. I needed stuff. Listen, have you guys heard about Joe Jonas and his wife, Sophia Turner?
I have. I've been hearing some noise, but you got to fill us in.
If you haven't heard, let me give you the tea. Apparently and allegedly, Joe Jonas and his wife, Sophia Turner, have moved in the first direction of Splitsville, with Joe filing for divorce. Can you guess the accelerant in the matter?
I heard something about him on stage, like speaking about this, but I don't know if that has to do with this.
Well, child, apparently and allegedly, the informant in the matter, sources say, happens to be the couple's marital home Ring camera.
Ooh.
Yes, we don't know what exactly was on the Ring camera, and we don't know exactly when or where Joe viewed the footage, but he did leave a statement on his Instagram, and I quote, "After 4 wonderful years of marriage, we have mutually decided to amicably end our marriage. There are many speculative narratives as to why, but this is truly a united decision, and we sincerely hope that everyone can respect our wishes for privacy for us and our children." What are your thoughts on Ring cameras and cameras in general in homes and in private common areas?
Well, we just moved, and we moved out of a home that had cameras and then into our home now, which will be getting cameras. And I come from a family of a background in security. So for me, it makes me feel safe. It's more for the safety aspect of who's in my home. I mean, we have a lot of different people in our home, from, just help in the house to deliveries and things like that. I am a proponent of having it for safety. That's my take.
Makes sense. What about you, Lauren? What do you think?
I agree. My husband's a detective, and so I'm very, very big on making sure that we are safe. Like Sandy, we have little ones, and so it's really important. But it is kind of funny because I am also home all day, and my husband's in an office, and I'm like, he sees me coming and going. He knows when I'm walking back in the house with my Starbucks. Like there is no privacy anymore.
Okay, I hear you, ladies, but I'm the single one here, and being single and dating and in the age of cameras everywhere, it's kind of a conversation that needs to be had. I'm not trying to make any films I'm not privy to. I'm not trying to have my privacy invaded. So I get it if you're married and you have your family together and you're not sneaking around because Sophia and Joe were married and now they're getting a divorce. So
crazy.
Now, moving on, unfortunately, to some less happy news. A Miami-Dade resident was aboard a Carnival Cruise Line ship recently on Labor Day, and he has gone missing, ladies. Miami-Dade police investigators have put out a missing persons report, and also they have released just a search and rescue team really searching for this man. Now, Kevin McGrath is the passenger's name, 26-year-old resident of Florida. His sister, who was not aboard the cruise line, stated to investigators that her brother and their family were aboard the ship to celebrate their father's 60th birthday. So, there's some guilt there. I'm sure the family feels crazy. And I really do sincerely pray that they find this missing person. I can't imagine going somewhere on a cruise to have friends celebrate my father, and then my brother or a family member goes missing.
It's so scary. You really do. And like we were talking about with security, you really have to be cautious and aware these days if you're a man or a woman.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And to that degree with the camera scenario, I do agree with you. Safety is a must. And I don't know whether the cruise line has released everything they have as far as footage to the investigators, but it is a developing investigation. And as I get more word, I will share with you ladies.
Yes, thank you.
Oh my gosh. I hope he's okay. That's really scary. Thoughts go out to the family. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
I can't imagine. You're just trying to have a good time, you know?
Yeah.
Save our souls. Finally, ladies, okay. Royal news. A month after giving birth, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky have finally revealed the name of their baby.
A month later.
On August 1st, the couple gave birth to a healthy, bouncing baby boy, and they named him Riot Rose Mayers. Now, I'm 100% honest, I was still hoping for London, but her vote in and the ballot was not cast in my direction. But I digress. What do you ladies feel about the name?
It's
I think it's
unusual.
really cute. Yeah, it's different, but it's cute. It's cute.
I mean, Riot, though, to me, I feel like they're setting themselves up for one heck of a I mean, just can you imagine getting the call from the teacher? Well, Riot in school has been, stirring things up in the classroom.
Right. Oh, it's cute. You feel like he's such a riot.
Right.
He's such a riot. I love Riot, if I'm honest. Rose. They could have saved that for baby girl, personally. I mean, I get it. Androgynous, whatever. Hey, I love Riot. It's fun. It's cute.
Do we know what it means? Do we know like what because with every name there's a meaning behind the name. I wonder if we'll have to look into that. That'll be the next hot topic.
Riot. To turn it out, to raise the stakes. I don't know. It's a rock star name. So, they are both rock stars.
There you go. Well, thank you so much, London. You're always keeping us up to date with all the hot topics. I get it straight from you. I get my hot topics. I come on here and I get it straight from you. No other place to get it. So how do we keep up with you on social?
You guys definitely come here for your hot topics because we have it. We serve it up nice and hot for you on a platter. But follow me on all social media at London Knighton. That's LUNDONKNIGHTEN. Everywhere.
That's right. And by the way, just wanted to sprinkle in for those of you that don't know, London has written some of our favorite songs from artists like Usher, DJ Khaled, and other top artists. Just in case you didn't know.
So good. I can't take the credit because let me tell you, I try to plan and kaboom. But all things are possible, so I'm thankful for every opportunity.
Yes, well, it is so great to have you here, sis. Thank you for dropping by, giving us our hot topics. Miami, that is all the time that we have here today. I hope you walk away feeling elevated like the boss you are. To binge watch all of our latest episodes, head over to theconnectonline.com. We will see you all next week.
See you later.
Bye.
You're watching the Connect Network TV on the CW.